This is part 2 of customer problem statements, where we talk about message mapping. Message mapping is where we start to see how we can use the customer problem statements in our marketing materials. Here's a sample format for message mapping. The first row is where you list the customer's pain point. The second row is where you talk about the results or the benefit that the customer will achieve once they use your product or service. And the third row talks about how your company creates that benefit for your customer. We're going to continue to use the problem statement that I wrote in the last video, which is about someone who is moving across the country and isn't quite sure which moving service to pick. The pain point. I'm really concerned about an unreputable company that's either going to completely lose all of my items or the items are going to show up damaged. Now, moving on to their ideal results after using your product or service. All of my items arrived on time. Everything was perfectly intact, no scratches, no damage. Now moving on to how your company creates that benefit. And this would be done in your company's voice. We have a 100% guarantee that your items will show up on time as promised, or you will get your money back. And if anything is damaged upon arrival, we will replace it for you. And there you go. That's an example of message mapping. Now, your customer might have several problems, so you would repeat this process for each one. Now you might be saying, that's fantastic. What do I do with this? The message map is an internal resource that your marketing and communications team would have to reference. One way that message mapping can be used is to store all of your key talking points. Now, the format that I shared with you today is actually a simplified version. Some companies' message maps get very detailed and they might include things like headlines, supporting details, and examples, even customer testimonials, all stored according to the problems that they are solving for. This can definitely morph into several other forms: emails, website copy, could be a personal email, a phone call, a press release, product information. Message mapping is a great tool to make sure that anybody in your organization who does any sort of marketing or communications knows exactly what pain points they're addressing, what the desired outcome is that they want to draw attention to, and then the supporting materials or the how that they are going to reference as well. The order of operations for this workflow is customer research, customer problem statements, message mapping. Good luck.